Hey guys, it's Joe Andrews here, and I am talking about what I think are good traits of a good manager. It's something that, as I've managed staff, things that I've striven for through all the formal education I've had, through all the articles I've read, and then my practical experience in 10 years of managing staff at a variety of facility sizes. These are some of the things that I think are really important to be an effective manager that also does the right thing. I think number one, you need to care for your employees. That doesn't mean that you don't communicate with them and you don't set expectations. But when you do that, you come from an attitude of service to them. You have to balance, when you're a manager, service to the broader organization and then also service to those employees so they're able to effectively do their job. When you hire someone, you make an agreement with them that you're going to do what you can to equip them to do their job successfully. Another thing that I think is vitally important if you are going to have any sort of success as a manager on the long term is you have to have your employees' backs. You don't sell them under the bus. You don't pit them against each other or try to undermine one employee to another employee. You have their back and you let them know that. If you don't think they're getting the job done, you talk to them about it and help them figure it out. And on that same vein, you give them the benefit of the doubt. If you hear things and are speculation, you find out and you talk to them. You don't just let things marinate and brew. I think one of the things that I've not done very effectively as a manager sometimes has been not clarifying when an employee does something that kind of annoys me versus something that is a performance issue. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and it takes some maturity as a manager to be able to look at someone and say, they're not doing it the way I would do it, and so I need to make sure that they're getting the job done, the big job done, and then the smaller things. And if they're not doing it the way that I would, I need to communicate to them. If they make themselves vulnerable to you, if they share with you that they are struggling, that they do have weaknesses, that they don't feel like they've got things figured out, don't use that as a hammer on them. Come down to their level, link arms with them and say, we're going to fix this together. We're going to figure this out. If you don't see why they're struggling, you need to put yourself in a chair next to them. The example I would say as someone who manages lifeguards is, if I'm not seeing why this guard is struggling, I'm going to stand next to them while they're guarding and say, hey, what are you seeing? Tell me what's difficult right now, and give them a chance to talk to me in their own words in the situation about what's going on. When working with others, like more higher level, like a coordinator or an office level, if they're struggling with something, you pull a chair up next to them and have them talk you through it. Just because you've been down a road that's similar doesn't mean you're going down the same road. The example with a guard would be, it's really easy to guard this small 5-lane swimming pool, but you throw them in a multi-feature water park, there's a lot more to it. Same thing at the coordinator level, where someone may be struggling to figure something out that they normally could do easily. You figure it out and you sit down next to them and you see, well, why are you doing it that way? How can you help? What about trying it this way? Just sitting there and watching and see what happens. The last thing I think a really effective and good manager does is, if their employees fail, they take a lot of responsibility and credit for that. You kind of have to judge, was their heart in the right place? Were they putting the effort out necessary to get the job done? If those two things are in place, then you need to really do a gut check. Did I equip this person well? Did I give them enough resources to do what they needed to do? And did I help them out enough? So those are things that I think that I've learned over the last 10 years in aquatics leadership roles, and just from working in a bunch of different organizations and seeing how different interactions and relationships between managers at all levels, from me to lifeguards, from city managers to department heads, the whole range. So I hope this is helpful and things that you would keep in mind. And again, I'm just excited to get back into getting videos going.